What's up? What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? Let's get down to the situation. Let's talk about Martell Holt and also his baby mama and his former mistress, Arionne. Okay, they sat down, they did an interview together, and basically they wanted to bring out the dirt on Marsau, okay, because Marsau said he wanted proof that he has been cheating on his wife Tisha, okay, and Tisha did an interview and she was talking about Martel is gay allegedly, and he was messing with boys back in the day, because Martel came out and said his boys had Tisha and he seen it and they was getting it on and they was watching and things of that nature, basically putting that out on national TV. Okay, Oprah Winfrey Network is going up. But in any event, so Martel sat down with Arionne and this alleged mistress. As you can see in the video, she's sitting in the black chair. You know, she's kind of thickum. She's a little bit thickum. She got the tattoos. You know what I mean? Her hair, it looks like it's just as long as Tisha. It looked like she was, you know, feeling real good. And plus, I don't know why they didn't refill her wine glass. Like, what's going on? Like, she was sitting up there half of the interview with an empty glass. She was just taking sip after sip and it was just empty. She had to put the bottle down. Martel, you couldn't supply no more wine. Don't you got an alcohol line or wine line? Like, what's really going on? So in any event, Martel was basically getting his revenge on Marsau, because Marsau said bring the proof, and Marsau is basically no holds barred when it comes to Martel now, basically talking about Martel getting arrested, just Martel and factual, just saying all types of things he can say. He's not holding back. And also we have Tisha and her alleged interview. She also said that yes, Martel had videos of Mel and other women in his phone, okay, and everybody did know he had video of him and Mel intimate moments and he was showing the cast. But at the time, I guess it wasn't bothering Tisha or Marsau or Maurice or Kimmy at the time, but in that nature. So Martel is getting his get back and he's sitting down with Arionne. Okay, this is the closest she's going to get to Love and Marriage Huntsville unless they really need her. But in any event, when it comes to Arionne, she was basically in this interviewing Marcel's alleged side chick that he went to Vegas with, alleged side chick that he was in Credit One getting it on and doing it while like a whole lot was going on. But it also seemed like when it came to Arionne, she's still kind of immature, you know what I mean, basically trying to question this girl about, you know, did he take you on trips? He didn't do this and he didn't do that with you. Well, when I was with Martel, he took me traveling. We went trips. And Martel was like, we was traveling? Okay, Martel was like, don't me sit up in this interview lying. Okay. It was a whole mess. And then Arionne was really questioning Martel about what was he doing in Vegas. So you just got this one chick, as you can see on the screen, in all black, and Vegas with 3 men. And allegedly, she got it on with Maurice and Marsau, 2 brothers at the same time, and they shared a hotel room. Like, that sounds really wild and weird, and it doesn't make any sense. For if Marsau is cheating, why ain't Maurice bringing him a tag along? Why isn't Martel bringing him a tag along? Like, okay, and this young lady, so embarrassed for her getting on social media and being a part of this interview. I don't know if they paid her, if they gave her enough alcohol to drink, or whatever the case may be. But this is like really crazy for her to put her business out there in the streets like that. Even if you want to, you know, pull Marsau's card and show that he's out here cheating on Tisha, but baby, he treated you like a scallywag. Like, what's going on? And she's talking about Marsau, she met him at the bar. And then once she met him at the bar, the next day she went to his Credit One building, which is Maurice's building, and they got it on there. There was touching, kissing, hugging, feeling, and all types of stuff. Like, girl, you that easy? Like, he didn't give you a drink and he just getting it, and he getting what he want, can feel all up on you inside of, you know, Credit One. Like, what's going on? And this man, I know he looked like he got a little bit of change. I know you seen his car. Did you see his car? And also, where the text messages? And also, you know, show us some proof, Chantel, about like how you communicated with him. Basically, she said one of the things is Marsau would send her money, but it would come through other avenues where it was never traced back to him. And then Martel agreed, like, yeah, when you send money or you give your side chick money, you need to do it through other avenues so it can't come back to you. And then that's when Arionne jumped in and said, yeah, just like you did with me when Marsau gave me the money to fix my car when it broke down, and Marsau gave me the money, and Martel was like, yeah. And it seems like Arionne is still wasting her time with Martel. She could already be married and have a happy, wonderful, stress-free life, and she didn't gotta worry about anything that has to deal with her ex and his wife, anything of that nature, any of the negativity. She could leave it in the past. But baby, she is holding on to Martel. Okay, she was in that interview calling him baby, babes, I never cheated on you, and this man was cheating up and down. Okay, trying to prove her loyalty to a man that ain't got no loyalty to nobody. Okay, Martel is for Martel, and sometimes you gotta be about yourself, but at the same time, you don't drag people down to be all about yourself. You can still have some caring, and you can still be respectful, and you can still have morals. If you're going to be out here doing what you want to do, you don't have to hurt others in the meantime. But in any event, it was a whole situation. So when it comes to Chantel was ready to tell us, and she was ready. I mean, she was hot in the pussy. She was hot in the dussy, okay? She was hot in the cot. She was hot in the cotton ball. She was hot. She was just hot. Her pocket was just going, baby. And she saw Marsau, and she said he was attractive. And then she also said that she thought that maybe this is a guy that she can marry. Maybe this is a guy that she thought that she can have a relationship with. How did you think you was going to have a relationship with him when you guys are not even communicating? Like you said, she said that she just shows up to Huntsville, you know what I mean? And then she'll pop up and she'll say, hey, I'm in town, I'm here, or things of that nature. She never said that she had phone calls with him or she talked to him. It was basically really, I guess, a one night stand, if you want to believe this information is true. Okay, does her and Tisha favor each other, child? This is a whole mess. So in any event, she said Marsau was giving her them vibes, and she was thinking of a relationship. How when this man wouldn't even put you in a bed, allegedly, like there was no mattress, there was no couch, you was doing it on a chair. Like, girl, what is really going on? Like, no standards, no class. You even could have went to a motel with bed bugs. You could have went to a motel, just paid $50. Y'all could have won half on the situation. So if a man is going to treat you the way that you allow him to treat you. Now, if you allow him to treat you like he did, then you're gonna get treated as such. You have to demand more. You have to respect yourself more. But it doesn't seem like she's that type of chick. And she did say that she used to be a dancer. Maybe she was a dancer in her younger days, and maybe when she was dating more and fit. But sometimes when it comes to a man, he'll stick in anywhere. It don't matter as long as he can get his rocks off. And then on top of that, the thrill of cheating. So I have no idea how she thought that, Marsau was going to be somebody that she can spend her life on and get married with. If this man wouldn't take you to eat, if he wouldn't take you for a ride in a car, if he wouldn't take you to a hotel, girl, that means he don't want nothing to do with you. You is just, why bite a cow when you can get the milk for free? Why do anything when you don't have to, and they just gonna give you what you want, and you ain't gotta, work for it. And then plus on top of that, if he ain't gotta work for it, he's thinking any and everybody else don't have to work for it either. So you just giving it away free, child. That means there is no value to what you got between your legs and what you got up in your head. But in any event, she was like, yes, credit one. She didn't know credit one at first. She just knew credit. And then Martel said, credit one, the business or for university and things of that nature. In 24 hours, they was doing a do. And she said Maurice was in the building. Maurice was around. They locked the doors. Like, that just shows that she don't have no respect for herself. And she was just basically, I'm going to get in where I can fit in. And I feel sorry for her that she don't value herself. She don't value who she is. She don't, love herself. She will put herself in any type of situation. What if they would have locked you in there and did something crazy to your child? You know what I mean? You don't even know what could have happened to you because you don't even know this man. You could have been set up for anything, and you wasn't thinking about your well-being. You wasn't thinking about, let me go to a public place. Meet me at the hotel where we go into the lobby and there's cameras and they can see me. And also the cameras can get his license plate just in case. She wasn't thinking about her surroundings. Whatever's going to happen to her, she was okay with whatever happened to her because she don't have that love for herself or that respect for herself. And that's really sad to see, for a young woman to feel that way about herself and put herself in that situation, and also be used and abused, and take and just let herself be taken advantage of, and then get on TV or get on YouTube and do an interview and talk about the whole situation and embarrass herself even further. You could have kept this to you to yourself. You could have went to the grave with this child, because don't you got a mother? I know your mother, your father, your auntie, they gotta be feeling a certain type of way, like, child, like, why were you out here just spewing this type of information? If he was just hitting it like that, it was nothing to the relationship. He was getting his rocks off with you, and you allowed it to. So it was two consenting adults, getting busy, okay? And now one is talking about it, even though the other one was married. And Martel said that he was going to bring the proof, because Tisha and Marsau said they wanted the proof, okay? They wanted the proof in the pudding, because Martel has been going around saying that he got proof. It's in his phone. And also, Chantel basically said that her friend was getting with Maurice, okay? And they had a little something going on, and also her friend might be interviewing with Arionne and Martel. So y'all tell me what y'all think about that whole situation. What a mess, what a mess, what a mess. And she said, the vibe was good. She liked him, and and she was feeling him, and she wanted to mess with him, even though he didn't give her no signs or anything to let her know that she was important, or she was valued, or he even desired her, or she was actually like some type of trophy. He just treated her like, a plastic bag that he let go and lit it in the street with. Like, this is a whole mess. But in any event, you guys let me know what you think about this whole situation. Do you believe she's telling the truth? And she's talking about Maurice was in the building. What was Maurice doing? Spying? Did they have cameras in there? You don't know if they recorded you watching the video, selling the video. Anything could have happened, but most likely they're not going to do that, because if they were actually involved with you, they don't want anybody to know, because they're both married men and they can lose, their money and their assets and their properties and divorce. So that ain't gonna happen. But what if these guys were recording you? Like, child, like, people just be putting themselves in all types of situations. So in any event, she felt like everything was so secretive with him, and she kind of felt like, Chantel, she kind of felt like maybe he did have something going on, because it was like a secretive relationship. It was like, they wasn't in like public places and things of that nature when she was out in Huntsville, and she didn't go nowhere but to Credit One and do it there, on dusty chairs, probably dirty chairs. The floor probably was dirty and needed to be mopped. The walls needed to be washed. A whole lot of things were probably going on, and she was in there getting busy. Martel said he had nothing to do with that. He didn't even go while she was there, okay? But he has went to Credit One, because Arionne was questioning him whether he was out there at Credit One doing it. Wow, she's still worried about what this man is doing. If Martel want to cheat on you, if Martel want to do anything he wants to do, he's going to do it. And we have Arionne basically saying that Martel tells her everything. He is so honest with her, and there's nothing that she don't know about him. Tell me how immature that is, child. She just holding on. She don't won the prize, baby. So and Arionne said that at one time and point she did think like the young lady, Chantel, like her, like just messing around and and just having the thrill of it. But Arionne said that she's more mature now, so therefore that's not the situation. She's not doing that anymore. She said she's grown now. Okay, yeah, she's grown on. And Arionne did say that Martel did bring her around the Scotts. The Scotts seen her. The Scotts know who she was. And Martel said, yes, he did bring her around. Okay. And also Arionne said that she was on the phone with a woman that allegedly Marcel was cheating with. And she was on the phone with Tisha. And Tisha was telling the woman not to say certain things because, Arionne wanted to call Tisha slow. And also Chantel wanted to call Tisha slow. She's not as slow as you, child. She's not as slow as both of y'all. Okay, she's a little bit faster on her feet than both of y'all. Even though her man might be out here doing this and doing this and doing that, but it is what it is. And so we get to the Vegas trip, and she said, she went to Marsau, flew her out and everything, and she was happy. But she also said that Martel protected her while she was on this Vegas trip with Maurice, Marsau, and Martel, because Marsau did not want it to buy her, things that she needed, like maybe, toiletries, maybe she needed some wipes, she needed some deodorant, some perfume, she needed a change of underwears and change of bras, she needed some socks, she needed some leggings, she needed some toothpaste, she needed some stuff, and she had to go buy this stuff, and Marsau didn't pay for it, and Martel told Marsau he should pay for it, and you invited this girl to come out here to be with you, and you ain't gonna pay for her stuff. And Arionne said, that definitely sounds like you, Martel, because you are a ladies man and you do care about ladies. Okay, you do care about women. I was like, this girl as a little lost child. So Chantel, she mentioned that they went to the club. Martel was allegedly gambling, and Chantel was basically trying to reassure, Arionne that Martel wasn't cheating while Martel was married at the time. So she's worried about Martel cheating on her when he is married at the time. But in any event, Chantel was trying to convince Ari that Martel wasn't doing anything. And then we have Chantel. She basically says that Marsau saw a white man talking to her and wanted her to go for the white man, and Chantel said, no, I'm not going for that white man. I'm here with you. Why would I do that? Why I'm supposed to be with you? Because he didn't care about you, child. He wanted you to disappear. He got what he wanted and what he needed, and he didn't need you anymore. He done got his rocks off. He done got his jocks off. He done got his strokes off. He done got it off. Okay, so now he don't want to even see you. He's trying to pawn you off on somebody else. That's a whole mess. She said she's not that type of girl, but yet she said she had the best time of her life, having a threesome with Marsau and Maurice. Allegedly, she claims that they both took turns with her and she enjoyed it, and it was the best thing that she could have did since sliced bread. It was the best things since taking a shower. Okay, she was basically saying it was fun. I never thought I was gonna enjoy myself as much as having something in the middle and something in the mouth, like child. And she's on TV, and then Ari asked her if she used protection. She said she don't know. Then she said no. Then she said yes, she used protection. Then did she remember? Then she didn't remember. And then she remembered that Maurice was there. And then she remembered she kind of messed around with Maurice at Credit One. So she had a whole lot of rocky road going on. She needed another drink. Okay, they were dry on that wine. She said she was at Caesar's Palace. It has a casino inside, and Martel was down there gambling. He wasn't doing nothing else. And then she said he was faithful to both of y'all. He was faithful to his wife, and he was faithful to you, Ari. That's what Chantel says to Ari. Like, basically, when Martel was in Vegas, he was faithful to both of y'all. Okay, because he wasn't with nobody. Okay, yeah, right. She was the only chick. And also, when it comes to Chantel, she said basically, she spent like $300 to $200 on this trip to Vegas, and she felt a certain type of way that she wanted her money. So she contacted Marsau and said, hey, you better give me my money. I'm going to tell your wife. And Marsau allegedly said that he was going to unalive her if she does anything to hurt his life or destroy his life or interfere with his life. Okay, and she said that she didn't care what he was going to try to do or whatever the case may be, because she didn't care about her life. She ain't got nothing to lose. She said, what can you do to me? I ain't got nothing. Ain't nothing you can take, ain't nothing you can do. So basically, that is the answer to why she allegedly let herself be used up like that. and way. And she says she does want to get married, she does want to have children, but girl, the way that you going and putting your business out here on the street, you know, it's gonna be hard to find a man that's gonna take you serious, especially if his mama or his sister or his friends or his co-workers or his acquaintance see this. You know what I mean? It's gonna be like, oh, okay, she's real grimy and she's greasy and she like to get treated like she ain't nothing. She just like to be treated like she's just doggone trash. Like, Lord have mercy. So in any event, she got her money from Marcel, and he wired her the money quick, fast, and in a hurry, and she hasn't spoken to him, and that's why their relationship ended. She also said that if she wanted to get in contact with Marcel, she can. So show us the text messages. Show us something, baby. Sometimes people will get on social media and make an idiot, make a fool out of themselves just for the attention, because they need the attention, or, you know, sometimes they have mental issues and they have mental problems, or sometimes they don't see anything wrong with their behavior. They think this is the norm. Just because they live a certain way, they think everybody else live a certain way. So she possibly, and it doesn't seem like she's seen that she did anything wrong, or she doesn't know or, you know, comprehend that she just used herself up and just gave herself away like she's not worth anything. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this whole situation. And she also said Martel has a gambling problem, and he admitted that he does have a gambling problem.